Hello. I first want to start with just welcoming all of the new beautiful women that have joined this group. There are so many new women who have joined, and I just could not be more excited. So for those of you who have not met me before, my name is Laurel Huston. I am the creator of Reflections Inside and Out and the Divine Feminine Enchantress. The reason that I started this group a little over a year ago was because I wanted to really start teaching women how to love and honor their body. And I wanted them to learn how to love and honor their body, not just for self-love, but because so much of what we allow ourselves to have in life is based on our level of feeling safe or our ability to trust. And if we do not feel safe in our own skin, we push away people, we push away resources, and we push away money. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me in the last couple of days. And so, hey, Luana, I wanted to just jump on really quick and talk about goals versus desires. I've had a lot of people asking me, what do you do to manifest? And do you teach about that? And all of those kinds of things. And yes, I do. Yes, I manifest quite quickly, actually. And I haven't set goals in years. I do set intentions and I do follow my heart's desires. So I'm going to speak into all of that just for a moment because I actually feel that this is really important, and I feel like a lot of misinformation is being screamed at us right now because it's the new year and everyone is sitting here thinking, new year, new you. And you don't need to become a new person. You don't need to be a new you. Are you going to see new levels of your existence in this life experience? Yes. But you are not new. You are an eternal being. You have existed before your body came to this earth, and you will continue to exist long after your body returns to the ground. And so you are not new. The levels and experiences that you have in this life experience are what are new. And that may sound like I'm kind of nitpicking, but it is important that you know. I believe it was C.S. Lewis that said, you don't have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body. And I just want to reiterate that. And you're probably sitting here going, what does this have to do with goals and desire? A lot. It has a lot to do with those. So first I want to talk about the word desire. Desire is a Latin word. It means des, sire, the father. Des, sire, the father, is referring to your creator. Now, regardless of what your personal belief is, I know that there is a higher being. Whatever you call that, whether it's source energy, the universe, your creator, whatever word name you want to give it, when you are in alignment, mind, body, and spirit, with the Father, the Creator, desire, that is when you actually have alignment. And desire is not a head thing. Desire does not come from ego. Desire is not what other people tell you you should want, have, need, whatever. Desire comes from a heartfelt, actual feeling sense of knowing what direction to go, of being able to surrender and release and get into the flow of source energy. Goals are check boxes and allowing outside sources to tell you your worth. Because if you achieved your goal, then everyone's going to celebrate you, and now you have value, now you have worth. Desire is an inward felt sense. It's a connection to your higher power that comes through your spirit and into your body, and you're soul and your heart together then lead your head and give it inspired action. Where a goal is, this is what I have been told I should want. And these are the step-by-step procedures I'm going to take to push and force and coerce and control my life into getting. And I don't know about you, but even just explaining the difference between those two, one feels very light and easy and doable. And one feels like I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a pencil, because one is very arduous, it's very heavy, and it requires a lot of control because there's a level of unsafety there. When you allow other people to tell you your successes, you do not have control over them. When you follow your heart's desires, you have an ongoing and repeated positive assurance that you are headed in the right direction until you let your head take over. So really quick, whether you're live or watching the replay on this, if you were to ask your heart, not your head, ask your heart, what do I desire for my life? What am I wanting? What am I longing for? What am I yearning for? And then ask yourself why again. So I'm going to use my own personal example, and well, this isn't personal. This is more general. I'm going to go general. I want to lose weight. I want to be healthier. I want to exercise, right? A lot of people are working on that right now. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to be healthier? Why do you want to exercise? Well, I want a healthier body. Why? For me, one of the reasons why I started and continue on my health journey is because I have 3 kids. We go mountain biking together. We go hiking. We are a very active family. And so for me, my health and my ability to participate in those activities has far less to do about my self-esteem and whether or not I feel like those outside of my world love and accept me, and everything to do with the connection and bonding I have with those in my inner circle, with my family. For me, my personal health and relationship with my body is a connection to me, a connection to my husband, and a connection to my children. Not whether or not I have value as a person. Okay? So if I were to say it is my desire to maintain health and fitness, because I know that my desire is about connection to people that who I have not given my power to. If my kids say, "Mom, I'm so mad at you, you're a horrible mom," that doesn't affect my worth, because I look at them and I go, "Ooh, my 4-year-old needs a nap." And I am not a bad mom because I'm telling my child that they can't have something that will hurt them. If I have outside sources tell me, "Wow, you haven't lost weight since you had your 3rd baby. You should exercise. Why are you eating that? You should eat healthier." Whatever other people are shoulding on you right now, P.S. don't let people should on you. When those are your goals and those are your motivators, it's a very push energy. It's a very overwhelmed energy. It's a very exhausted energy. And it's why so many people 10 days from now, on January 13th, will have already forsaken their goals. So here's the other part of this. When you set a goal, when your worth is determined by whether or not you accomplish something outside of your heart's desires, because maybe you don't know what your heart's desire. So you're like, well, what am I supposed to want, right? We'll get to that in just a second. When you let outside forces or opinions dictate the kind of life you're supposed to live, your heart feels unheard. And when your heart feels unheard, it will not help you decision make. So then you can only rely on your head. And your head is going to get you the things that keep you alive and give you a sense of outside accomplishment. Because your head is ego driven. Your head wants to find safety in acceptance from others. Your head wants to find safety from acceptance from others. Your heart wants a mind, body, and spirit connection. Your heart wants to lead you and connect you to source energy and to your creator. This is why so many artists, whether that's musicians, painters, sculptors, whatever your artistry is, musicians, are such heart-centered people. Because desire is what leads them. Desire is the first part of creation, of co-creation. When you try to create with your head, you have to have the hows. And until you have those hows, you tell yourself, I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm going to use discipline and hard work, and I'm going to push through. Ugh. And you lose motivation really fast because your heart isn't in it. So then you have to rely on discipline and discipline alone to get you what you want. Now, is there a time and a place for discipline? Absolutely. But it should not be the driving force behind whether or not you live a life of joy and pleasure and fulfillment. So, hi Jamie. So if you, as you actually ask your heart, what am I desiring? What am I longing for? What are you leading me towards? Because your heart is focused on the destination, you don't always get the how. And ladies, that is actually sometimes a good thing. Because if you can stay focused on, this is my heart's desire, this is my destination, this is what I want, and you allow the universe to give you inspired action, instead of your head telling you how, step by step, you usually get more and better than what you wanted, than what you originally thought you would have. Because your heart is what is connected to source energy. Your head is what's trying to keep you alive, but your heart is what's letting you live. And so when you are going into, and some of you are like, oh, I've already set my New Year's resolutions or goals or whatever. Great. Change them to your heart's desires and then ask your heart, why do I want this? What am I actually longing for? So if it's more money, awesome. That's a beautiful goal. Why do you want more money? Well, I want to go on a vacation. Cool. Why do you want to go on vacation? Because when I go on vacations, it's full of rest and relaxation. Beautiful. So what you're longing for is rest and relaxation. Can you now obtain that, whether you get a vacation or not? Is that something that you can figure out how to do every single day? Because as you spend more time in rest and relaxation, you will allow things to come to you faster. You'll allow people, resources, and money to be invited into your world. Now, if I were to break this down, it's because when you are going from goals and push and hustle, you are working in wounded energy. For some of you, you're working in masculine energy. Some of you, you're working in feminine energy. Either way, when you feel unsafe, you are working from wounded energy. I personally do not teach toxic energy. I do not talk about toxic behaviors because most people and behaviors aren't toxic. They're wounded. So I talk about wounded masculine and wounded feminine because our behaviors are showing up that way because we're wounded, because we're hurt. So when you are in push and hustle and grind and discipline, you are coming from a wounded space, a space of rejection. So whether that is wounded masculine and you are in control and push, or wounded feminine and you are in victim, damsel in distress, no one appreciates what I do for them. Those are both wounded energies that are putting up walls and preventing you from having access to the people, the resources, and the money that are going to actually get you what you want. Now, when you are in healed or empowered energy, when you most women don't operate the majority of their life in wounded masculine because it's still very exhaustive for us, but there are times and places that women lead in empowered masculine. But when a woman is living in that empowered feminine energy, she will draw people, resources, and money to her in a very fluid way. And I know this because I've had both. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 17 years old. I'm a farm girl. I grew up waking up before the sun came up to feed and water cattle. For a while, I worked on a dairy, and animals don't wait for you to feel better. Like, whether you feel good or not, you still have to get up and milk the cows and water the horses and all of the things. So I do not come from a background of ease and convenience. I come from generations of programming that says work hard and you can have what you want when you've worked hard. Okay? That is my previous programming, and I am grateful for that programming. That work hard, earn your keep. You don't always have what you want, but you always have what you need. That's my background. So I share that because sometimes people think that I have always lived in this space of flow and ease and pleasure-filled desire creation. No, I had to unlearn all of my hard work, and I had to relearn and give myself permission to allow life to be beautiful, to allow life to be peaceful, to allow life to be pleasure-filled. It is our divine nature to live life that way, but our ego has taught us otherwise, and it was out of survival. So when you are setting goals to help you survive through life, there's a lot of push, there's a lot of hustle, there's a lot of discipline, there's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of, if you don't accomplish this, you're less than. There's a lot of prove it to me. There's a lot of heavy energy. Can you feel it? When you are in your divine energy, especially that empowered divine feminine energy, you know that inspired action comes when you are open to possibilities, when you understand your destination, but you don't get focused on the how. You let the how come to you step by step in ways that usually surprise you and in ways that are unexpected. The life that this is a perfect example. A couple months ago, I really worked hard on changing my financial thermostat. I had a financial goal that I wanted to hit, and I said, this is my new set point. This is now the lifestyle that I live. This is now what I embody. And I started to make just small, simple things. So I'm going to share those with you because they were actually really fun. And I know for a lot of people, their financial freedom and that financial relaxation is what they're striving for right now. So I started to live a luxurious life with the resources I currently had available. So what did that mean? It meant, like, instead of using my IKEA toddler plastic neon colored glasses or cups to drink out of, I went and bought glass wine glasses. I don't drink wine, but I love drinking from a wine glass. My water, my eggnog, my lemonade, my whatever. There was just something luxurious about drinking out of a long-stemmed glass cup. I made sure that the clothing I wore were of high-quality fabric, that they were clean, that if a shirt was wrinkled, I steamed it first. I allowed myself to use my current resources to add a level of luxury that is my new standard. Because standards are what you no longer think you have to prove yourself worthy of. I'm going to say that again. Standards are the things in your life that you no longer think you have to prove yourself worthy of. So for me, it is now standard to drink water from a wine glass, to drink milk from a wine glass. It is now standard for me to have satin pajamas because I love the feel of satin. It is now standard for me to take hour-long bathtubs with rose petals and essential oils and salts 3 or 4 times a week. I no longer feel like I have to earn the right to have really amazing pajamas and quality time to myself in the bathtub. That's my new standard. I don't have to earn that. There's nothing I have to do to drink water from a wine glass. It's my new standard. Because that's now the frequency I live at. Did I go buy $200 crystal goblets? Nope, I went to the dollar store. This is not fake it till you make it. This is what I have access to right now, and I am going to make the most of it. Did I have to do anything extra to take luxurious baths? Nope, I just had to start taking them. Did I have to go buy new clothes to upgrade my wardrobe and have really nice, beautiful blouses that I feel very elegant in? Nope, I just had to stop choosing t-shirts and yoga pants. So me upgrading my life had very little to do with acquiring new things and everything to do with understanding the frequency and the desire of why I wanted to live that way. I want to live a very luxurious life. So yesterday when I came home from church, I made myself my own private charcuterie board, and I had cheese and crackers, and I sliced up apples, and I ate off of a wooden cutting board that was beautifully arranged, and I had like 3 chocolate almonds on there, and I drank water out of my wine glass, and I just thought, oh, I feel so luxurious right now. Luxury is a mindset, not a bank account. So this is the difference between goals and desires, because a goal could be to live a luxurious life. And then you say, until I have this amount of money in my bank account, I can't live a luxurious life. A desire is an embodiment where you change your vibration, and the people and the resources and the money of your new vibration, of the person you are embodying, show up for you. In the last 4 days, I have randomly received money. Anywhere from a $1 bill that I found. I was going through my old makeup and I found a thank you card, and there was a $1 bill shoved in a thank you card. It didn't come with a thank you card. I have no idea where the $1 bill came from, but I was like, oh, I found money. And I was so excited about finding that $100 bill. All the way up to I received a $1,000 check from a client who 2 years ago stopped her mentoring program because she was in a financial situation that she couldn't pay anymore. And I just said, you know what? You need a lesson in forgiveness more than you need a lesson in paying your bills. So we're going to end your program and we're just going to call it good. And she owed me $1,000. Well, she's in a new financial situation, and not because I expected it in any way, shape, or form. She mailed me a check for the remainder of what she owed me. So in the last 4 days, I've received from a $1 bill to a $1,000 check, not because I'm pushing and hustling and trying to get more money, but because I now live a luxurious life where money comes to me quickly and easily. Another part of this is that because I love myself so freely, I freely accept the love of those who want to give it to me. My husband loves to spoil me. He loves to hold me without expectation because I stopped putting expectations on him. So when I stopped giving unexpressed expectations, I would ask him to do one thing, but I really wanted him to do something else. When I stopped having those unexpressed expectations with asking for his help, he stopped having unexpressed expectations when it came to touching me. He just wanted to hold me because he knows that I like to feel safe. And when his arms are around me, I feel safe, unless I feel like he's going to try and get something from the situation. And now I'm the one that's chasing him. I'm the one that's wanting to be wooed often because the unexpressed expectation is no longer there. I'm going all over the place with this, but I hope you are getting from this the pieces that really matter. So I'm going to kind of bring this all together really quick. Goals are about push. They're about hustle. They're about what your head is telling you you need to accomplish to get love and acceptance from outside forces. Desire is when you tap into your heart, and your heart that's connected to God, creator, source energy, whatever your word is. The being that is bigger, stronger, and more powerful and limitless than you are. When your heart taps into that, and a message is received from your heart, and you feel it in your entire body, there's an aching, there's a longing, there's a passion to create a new life, a new bank account, a new relationship, a new picture, a new song, a new program, a new job, a new life. There is a desire that fills you. You can, without push, without hustle, move into that new life. Because as a woman, you are a being of creation. And you get to create a life. But you first have to know what you desire. And you first have to tap into that limitless source energy that already knows the how. And when you let desire be the thing that guides you, inspired, purpose-driven action happens. So this is the part that I also want to be very clear on. Following your heart's desire does not mean you say, I wish to manifest this and I'm going to visualize it in my head and then I'm going to chill on, watch Netflix and call it flow. I'm totally in flow right now. I've visualized it. I'm waiting for the universe to give me what I want. That is not flow, that is numbing. Flow and desired, inspired action means that instead of saying, I have to do it this way, you say, this is what I would love. This is what I would love to have. This is what I would love to create. This is the new lifestyle that I'm stepping into. This is the person I am embodying. There is a reason I call myself the Divine Feminine Enchantress. Because on the days that I'm like, I just want to watch Netflix in my yoga pants and stretchy and messy bun, I ask myself, is this what your highest self wants right now? Who are you embodying? Are you embodying tired, wounded Laurel who thinks that she's picked on and the world never gets her what she wants? Is that who you want to embody right now? And then it's really easy for me to check into my heart and say, no, this is not what I want to embody right now. Now, are there days that I sit and watch Netflix and hang out and do nothing? Yes. Not because I'm numbing, but because I just want to relax, and that's my preferred method of relaxation. But I understand what I'm doing because it is in alignment with my heart's desire, and my heart is in alignment with my creator and source energy. Goals are what outside forces tell you you should be doing, and this is the step-by-steps you need to do it. Desire allows you to take inspired action. It allows you to get into the limitless flow of energy that is surrounding you, and you can make these small shifts and changes that make a huge change in your life, not because you're doing, but because you're being and you're creating. So I hope that this helps you at the beginning of the year here so that you can look at whatever New Year's resolutions you created, look at the goals you've created, and actually ask yourself, is this in alignment with my heart's desire? Because if it is, you will get the inspired action you need to take. If it is something that someone else told you you should have, want, coulda, woulda, whatever, reevaluate what it is that you're actually going for, longing for in this moment, and if it will serve you to your highest, greatest good. The other part to this, I teach how to live in empowered feminine energy. And those of you who have followed me for a while know this, that for women to live an empowered feminine energy is very important for our physical, mental, social, spiritual, and our health. And when you are in wounded energy and you're in that either control crazy person or I am a victim to circumstances person, life is really hard. It's constantly overwhelming and it causes a lot of strain on your relationships. And this is one of the reasons why I teach women so much about living in empowered feminine energy. So take the information in this, the difference between goals and desires, and put it into practice. Start embodying the person that lives the lifestyle you're trying to create for yourself. There is a reason why both inside and outside of the bedroom, creation starts with desire. Because desire gets you in alignment. And when you're in alignment, you become aroused, you become awake and aware. All of your senses wake up so that you can see, hear, feel, taste, touch, everything that's going on around you. Because when you are aware of your resources, the people, places, and money that you need, it's easier to take and understand the inspired action that you're supposed to do. So desire and co-creation go hand in hand. But co-creation also takes balanced masculine and feminine energy. There's a time to receive and there's a time to give. And for those of you that are like, I don't know how to do that, but there's a part of me right now that's like, I need to know this. I invite those of you who it feels like a good match to come and join my Empowering Masculine and Feminine Masterclass. It starts in 2 weeks. It is a 16-week. We meet once a week for 16 weeks, and it is all about how to live in empowered, healed energy rather than in disempowered or wounded masculine and feminine energy. It is one of the only classes that I teach with both men and women in it. So if some of you have a desire to really upgrade your relationships and your partner is willing, do not force them to take the class. There is a price for if you just want to sign up on your own or if you want to sign up with your spouse or your boyfriend or whoever it is that you're with. I want to teach you how to live in empowered masculine and feminine flow and balance so that you can co-create effortlessly, so that you can actually understand how to design the life that you desire to live. It's not about setting goals and check marking to-dos. Life is not about check boxes. Life is about sensation. It's about feeling. It is about the connections and being able to actually say, this is what I desire, this is why I want it, this is what I'm longing for, and then have the people, the resources, and the money that will help you create that come to you. Goals and desires are not the same thing, and I really invite you to reflect on yours and ask your heart what it desires. I would also love if you are feeling brave and want the support of other women, post in this chat thread, what is it that you are wanting? What are you longing for? What is your desire? What are you going to start following inspired action so that you can have it? I would absolutely love to hold space for that and to support you in it. I hope that this was helpful and that you are really able to get very clear on what it is that you are going to do from here on out. And lastly, I'm not sure who this is for, but I do want to reiterate this. It doesn't take a new year for you to decide to live a different kind of lifestyle. It can be because it's Monday. It can be because it stopped snowing. It can be because you wore your favorite shirt. It does not take a new year for you to step into your highest, truest self. So please don't buy that lie. Please don't think if you're not watching this until February or you missed the big whatever a couple days ago at the new year that you're somehow behind. No, my beautiful sisters, you are right where you need to be to learn and to become exactly who you are meant to become. embrace the place that you're in right now and know that you're in it for a reason. But then ask yourself, where does my heart desire to go to next? What else does the universe have for me? And let yourself feel that and move towards it. I love you. Have a fantastic Monday.